It's gonna be a wet week. Well, damn, boy. Well, we're fortunate enough to have the rain holding off as we head on across Fontana Dam right now, but according to the weatherman, we have about 2 to 4 inches coming in the next 48 hours, so we'll see how wet the Smokies actually are. Just soaking it all in. Hey, Big Al, what'd the fish say when it ran into a wall?
Damn!
Yes, sir. Looks like we made it.
I've heard a lot about you. Well, we're here. Bring it on, Big Daddy.
Well, guys, Molly's Ridge is a stop for the night, so 9.9. Go drop this permit here. Well, in the Smokies. Climbing about 3,000 feet today, so as you, I don't know if you guys can see or tell right now, but I'm already hiking up into the clouds a little bit. Getting rained on, getting wet. Feet aren't wet yet. Shoes are wet, but hasn't gone through my socks yet. Arms are wet. Starting to get a little wet on my shirt. Probably not sweat. Anyway, if you're not getting drenched by rain, you're gonna get soaked with sweat. And it's just kind of part of it. I'm not even putting my rain jacket on today. Well, guys, I just missed it, but evidently just a little ways back there, Big Al saw a couple of bears heading across the trail. We're getting the hell out of Dodge. Well, looks like the sun might be coming out. We'll take it. We will take it.
Chuck Stack's tall, bud. Yeah, this is a lot taller than
Well, the Shuck Stack Fire Tower with zero view and the ruins of the old cabin. So I know I said I wasn't going to put my rain jacket on, but it got a little cool and misty. We stopped up around Doe Knob and had some lunch, and as we did, the rain kind of let up a little bit earlier in the day, but now it's just this cool mist that's kind of rolled in all around us here. But anyway, trekking on. Probably got 2.5 miles till we get to camp. We'll be there by, I'm gonna guess 3 o'clock or so, but wanted to ease into it on this first day and hit it a little harder tomorrow. So made it to camp, just grab some water here. Good water source, nice piped spring. Heading on up, we fortunate enough for the rain to cooperate and we're able to get camp set up without having to get soaking wet. So it's good to have everything set up by 3:30. Now we're just gonna hang out and go lounge around in my tent. Wait until I build up an appetite for dinner, get some rest, and hope it doesn't get too wet and stormy tonight.
ain't scared. He smells that food.
Man, a double off buck. Ruin his ass. Amy, he's literally right by the fireplace right now. Come out here and look at this dude.
Morning, guys. Just kind of hanging out in the tent right now. Got a early start to the day. I was up probably around 6:30, 6:45. Had an early breakfast and just been hanging out. We'll be it's probably a little after 8. We'll be hitting the trail by, I say 8:30, 9, somewhere in that window. So just kind of taking it easy. Got about, if I'm not mistaken, we have 17.8 today, so just shy of 18 miles to get to the next shelter. And it's dry as of right now, foggy. I'm looking out the little bottom end of my tent right now, and fog's rolling in. It's a little windy, as you can see there, but no rain coming down right now, so hopefully I'll stay relatively dry. That being said, I'm not expecting to stay dry, so currently underneath my bag here, warming up my wet socks and my wet shirt to put on here in just a few. So. Well, hey, dude.
They come around where we've been sleeping to see if we dropped anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he walked up right behind my tent just a minute ago before I took it down.
I think this is his command central.
So it's turned out to be a pretty beautiful day. About 5 miles in right now. It's been smooth rolling trail, a couple of good climbs. Nothing too crazy. Sun's tried coming out a couple of times. That kind of rainy, misty fog is rolling out of here with some wind that's coming in with it. So I think hopefully only have a chance of rain for the rest of the day, but beautiful day for some hiking. Nature always finds a way. Popped up here to a little bit of a bald with a view right as the rain's coming in. Beautiful. Now this is a nice fresh pile of bear poop. Good size. It's about 11 miles in. Been a good day. The weather has cooperated. It's definitely been raining, definitely been wet a couple of different times. Gotten wet, dried out, got rained on again. Socks and shoes, they've been wet all day. No chance of those drying out, but had a couple of decent views. Some of the fog's lifted and rolled around and the sun came out and it warmed up and cooling back off. So just kind of all over the place. We'll probably be getting some more showers before the end of the day, but yeah, 11 and some change in right now, 6 and some change to go. So I'm just gonna keep strolling along. So, looks like we have about 2.9, just shy of 3 miles to get to Siler's Bald Shelter, which is where we're staying for the night. And then tomorrow, we only have about 4.5 miles till we get to Clingman's Dome in the morning. So, hoping that some of this fog and this mist is gonna roll on through tonight, or if it wants to dump and rain tonight, that's cool, but hoping to be clear in the morning. Hey guys, we figured we'd probably have some visitors tonight. Take your time, don't hurry off. So let me show you guys this neat little spring here. Coming right out from underneath this tree. Thank you for providing. Not that the tree is providing water, I know better than that. Getting some water this morning though. We stayed just up there at Siler Bald Shelter last night. Rainy night, rained all night long. Got down probably into, I'm gonna guess the 40s, if not the very low 50s. Saw a lot of wildlife yesterday, a lot of deer all throughout the day. Once we got within, I'd probably say a quarter mile of the shelter, we actually ended up seeing about 6 or 7 wild boar of some sort coming on through the woods. We kind of sneaked up on them and we were trying to stay out of their way. And then once getting to camp last night, had about 3 or 4 deer that tended to frequent and come up within about 10 feet of the shelter.
It's just, as far as I know, the way it works is you just submit the phone for a certain test, and if it passes, then you get the same certified. And you...
So I think it's safe to say we won't be having any views from Clingman's Dome here in just a few miles. Well, I'll show you the views that we would usually otherwise have. Just like the pictures. So, no real view, guys, but still an awesome day to hike nonetheless. Gonna get on down, make it to the next shelter about 4 miles from here. Stop and have some lunch and keep on moving. And for those of you that don't know, Clingman's Dome is the highest point on the AT at about 6,600 feet. So we would otherwise have some pretty solid views. Couple of nice little views here on our way up at a newfound gap. Finally cleared off back to the east. So great day today, guys. About a mile out from camp right now. Staying at Ice Water Spring Shelter, which is going to put us at 15.3 for the day. Feet have been wet pretty much all day. Took my socks and shoes off at lunch to kind of let them deprune, but still wet. So 2 days of wet feet, going on day 3 tomorrow, I'm sure. On a positive note, I have since acquired some obscenely short shorts with built-in underwear. So I'm no longer putting on cold underwear in the morning, which is awesome. I think tomorrow, maybe pushing for about a 20-mile day, 21-mile day. So we'll be getting to camp here in a few and settling down, getting rested up. Good morning, guys. It's about just after 7 o'clock right now. Got a little bit of an early start. It's been wet for the last 3 days. I mean, waking up to some rain, having a lot of mist and fog roll in. As of right now, there's no precipitation coming down. Real nice and misty all around me as I head on just down here to grab some water. But evidently today is the day that we're supposed to get some sustained rain. And lots of it. So I'll be very happy if that's not the case. I'll be very happy if this report ends up being a flop, just like the other one about 4 inches in 48 hours, which we definitely didn't get. But in the event that we do get rained on, we're gonna try and be hitting the trail here in just a little bit. Go ahead and try and get some miles. We're doing a 21-mile day today. So if we can get some of those miles in before the rain comes, that would be awesome. Have a little tiny pipe spring right here. Gotta fill up, have some breakfast, hit the trail. Some beautiful blue sky. A ploy by nature to crush our hopes and dreams. So just took a look back at Gut Hook as I'm hitting the trail here, and pretty much all day today, we're just bobbling in between about 5,300 feet and 6,300 feet, just one peak after another. So no crazy 3,000 foot climbs or anything like that. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down all day. And then we drop down to about 4,700 for camp tonight. So if we're getting some weather, we're going to be up in it, but it's okay right now. Some mist is rolling in. It is mildly infuriating to know that right off the side of the trail, we would otherwise be having an incredible view all the way through here, but you know, it makes you appreciate the beauty of the trail that much more. Well, guys, would take you back on up that way to Charlie's Bunyan, but quite frankly, we're not going to get to see anything, so I'm not going to head on out that way. I'm just going to keep strolling on through. So it's honestly been a solid morning of hiking. Just make a climb, stroll along a ridge for a little ways, dip back down and climb up again, roll along a ridge for a little while. And as you guys know, still clearly no views. I was getting excited for a second. The sun did look like it was threatening to come out maybe about 30 minutes ago or so. I caught a little bit of a glimpse down in the little valley off to my left here, but looks like we're going to be stuck with this. But I would absolutely 100% take this over pouring down rain. I'm also enjoying the heck out of this because I know that once I make my way back to Virginia in a couple of days, I'm going to be looking at some heat. I would rather have 50 degrees and wet than 80 degrees and sunny, if I'm being completely honest. And here comes the rain. A little steep. I don't want to fall off that. So made it to Tri-Corner Shelter for lunch, just shy of 13 miles in, and waited out the storm. Got there right as rain was really starting to pick up, so waited about an hour or so, kind of moved through, and now we're back on trail. Good time to kind of rest up there, get some good food in, have 7 and some change to put us at 21 for the day, and yeah, guess that's that. Doggy, getting a little bit of a view down through there. Well, finally captured a view. Clearing out for now. I'm not sure if that is coming for me or not. Well, it's been a good day for walking. Just a couple miles from camp right now, so getting towards the end of the Smokies. We're gonna get up tomorrow morning, knock out the last 10 miles before lunchtime, getting picked up and heading on back to Atkins. So hopping back on trail where I left off. I'll probably take a 0 first, and then start getting some Virginia miles. But Smokies have been awesome. I've loved it. It's been nice having a couple of views today. I think it really would have been an awesome experience to go through here having good visibility every day, but there's something that's honestly kind of been nice about the cooler, darker weather. Really just kind of sets the mood on trail, kind of some unique ecosystems running through here. Anyway, I've really enjoyed the Smoky section. The shelter is in view. I'm going to enjoy these final moments of this rainy day walk before getting dried up for the rest of the night. Sunrise view. What more could you ask for?
Nice ending. Came in the Smoky time and leaving in the sunshine.
Good morning, everybody. Absolutely incredible morning out here on trail. Birds started going pretty crazy around 5:30. Everyone was up by 6, hitting the trail shortly after 7. Had an awesome little sunrise right there in camp, which was nice. One, to see the sun really for the first time in 5 days, but to have a beautiful sunrise was something else. Looks like it's gonna actually be a beautiful day. Feet are still wet. I'm gonna have 5 days of wet feet, but it is nice to kind of finish out the Smokies with a little bit of a view. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, coming on and down into Davenport Gap, leaving the Smokies behind. It's got a 1.8 ahead. Is a I-40 underpass where we're going to be getting picked up. It's where we hopped on after we skipped the Smokies last time. Well, it's feeling good to be in the last mile and a half of the section that we had to skip back around the 1st of April, the NOC through the Smokies section. About a mile and a half from here, we'll be hitting the I-40 underpass that's just a little ways shy of Standing Bear. And heck yeah, after that, heading on up to Atkins, and we'll have very, very close to 1/4 of the trail completed. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Pigeon River. Well, made it here to Atkins, staying at the Comfort Inn for the night. No shuttles are running right now as far as I know, so after tomorrow at 0, we're going to resupply to Dollar General. That's probably about a 1/4 mile down the road. And then to get back on trail, we do have about a 3-mile walk to get to trail. So worst case scenario, that's what we'll be doing on Monday morning. But yeah, taking it easy in the room right now. I do notice that Big Al has his sleeping bag hanging out on the fire sprinkler, which is probably not the best idea, so I'm going to grab that down. But yeah, we're going to take it easy. It's nice to have the Smokies behind us. 5 days of soaking wet and cold feet, so it's nice to kind of let that air out. This hotel, unfortunately, does not have laundry, so we're just going to wash our stuff in the tub and try and let it air dry tomorrow. If it's sunny, take a hairdryer to it. We'll just kind of do what we can. We could make it into Marion, but it's 5 miles to Marion. It's a matter of getting there, doing laundry, having to wait around, finding a way to get back. So we might just kind of do the hiker trash thing and wash our laundry here. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what type of a beautiful week we have here in Virginia. After stomping your socks in the shower like they're grapes, that's how you dry your clothes.